The city sparkled under the morning sun, glass towers glinting, car horns weaving into the rhythm of rush hour. Outside a luxury hotel, chauffeurs waited in crisp suits, holding doors open for their wealthy clients. The air smelled of polished leather and freshly brewed coffee from the nearby cafe. Inside that cafe stood May, a young waitress from a small village in China. Her English wasn't perfect, but her smile was warm enough to make up for it. She had been in this city for only 6 months, sending every tip she earned back home to her parents. She worked quietly, moving between tables, unnoticed. Just another face in a fast-moving world. That morning, a tall man in a tailored suit walked in, Mr. Harlan, a well-known millionaire investor. He was surrounded by 2 bodyguards, both dressed in black, their expressions cold and unreadable. The cafe buzzed with whispers. Everyone recognized him. May bowed politely. "Good morning, sir. Would you like coffee?" He smiled kindly. "Yes, please. Black, no sugar." As she turned to the counter, May noticed something strange. The bodyguards were talking softly and in Chinese. She froze for a second. The words they used weren't random. They were dark. 危险在车里, 他不知道. The danger is in the car. He doesn't know. Her heart began to pound. She glanced around. No one else seemed to understand. The men kept talking, their tone casual, almost rehearsed. May tried to keep calm as she carried the tray back, her hands trembling slightly. She placed the coffee gently on the table, her mind racing. Should she say something? What if she misunderstood, but no. She had heard it clearly. Then one of the guards noticed her looking. His eyes locked onto hers, cold, warning, sharp like glass. May quickly turned away, pretending to clean a nearby table. The moment Mr. Harlan stood up to leave, his guards followed him toward the door. May felt a chill in her stomach. She couldn't let him walk into that car. Her hands shook as she rushed to the door. "Sir, wait!" The millionaire turned, surprised. "Yes?" In a low voice, May whispered. "Please, don't get in that car." The guards immediately stepped forward, frowning. "What did she say?" Mr. Harlan looked confused. "What's going on?" May's voice cracked. "I speak Chinese." They said something. "Something bad about your car." "Please, trust me," one guard snapped. "She's lying," the other added sharply. "She misunderstood. She's just a waitress." But the fear in her eyes, it wasn't fake. It was the kind of fear that comes from truth. If you believe courage comes from kindness, take a second to like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Valley. Sometimes one voice can change everything. Mr. Harlan hesitated. Then something in May's trembling voice made him step back. "We'll take another car," he said firmly. The guards exchanged a quick glance and bolted. Within seconds, chaos broke out. The hotel security rushed in as one of the guards dropped something metallic near the car, a small device blinking red. The security team shouted, "Bomb! Get back!" Mr. Harlan froze, realization washing over him. The 2 men, the guards he trusted, and were gone, and the young waitress, the one everyone overlooked, had just saved his life. Hours later, after the police finished questioning everyone, Mr. Harlan sat across from May. His eyes, usually confident and distant, were now soft with gratitude. "I owe you my life," he said quietly. May lowered her eyes. "I just did what anyone should do." He smiled faintly. "No, most people wouldn't have spoken up." "You did, even when it was dangerous." The cafe fell silent for a moment. Even the regulars who once ignored her looked at her differently now. She wasn't just the quiet girl from China anymore. She was the woman who heard what no one else could and acted when it mattered most. That evening, as May closed the cafe, Mr. Harlan returned. He handed her an envelope. "A scholarship," he said. "For your studies? You deserve more than tips and tired feet." Tears filled her eyes. "Thank you. But I only wanted to help," he smiled. "And that's exactly why you deserve it." Outside, the city lights glimmered again, but this time May looked at them differently. The world had noticed her. Not for what she looked like, not for where she came from, but for her heart. And as she locked the cafe door, a gentle smile crossed her face. She whispered softly to herself, Never be afraid to speak the truth, even if your voice shakes, because kindness isn't weakness. It's bravery in disguise, because sometimes the smallest voice can save the loudest life. Because this is what Kindness Valley stands for: courage, compassion, and the power of humanity. If this story touched your heart, share it to remind the world kindness can save lives. Subscribe to Kindness Valley for more real emotional stories that prove one act of goodness can change everything.